electron transport system ETS, and then oxidative phosphorylation. So this is a respiratory process. Okay, the release of NADH plus H plus and FADH2. Now through the electron transport system, the electrons are passed on to O2, resulting in the formation of H2O. Okay, now the metabolic pathway through which the electron passes from one carrier to another is called electron transport system, that is ETS. It is present on the inner mitochondrial membrane. Now electrons from NADH produced in the mitochondrial matrix during the citric acid cycle are oxidized by NADH dehydrogenase. So complex 1. Now the electrons transfer to ubiquinone located on the inner mitochondrial membrane. Now ubiquinone also receives reducing equivalence via FADH2 complex 2, that is generated during oxidation of succinate in the citric acid to the fumarate, right? Now the reduced ubiquinone, once it get the electron, the ubiquinol, now it's ubiquinol, and oxidized with the transfer of electrons to cytochrome C via cytochrome B7 complex, that is third complex, occurs between the complex 1 and complex 2. Complex 1 NADH dehydrogenase, complex 2 is succinate dehydrogenase, complex 3 is cytochrome B7, complex 5 is cytochrome C oxidase, complex 5 is ATP synthesis. Now cytochrome C is a small protein attached to the outer surface of the inner membrane and acts as mobile carrier for the transfer of electrons between complex 3 and complex 4. Okay, complex 4 refers to cytochrome C oxidase complex containing cytochromes A and A3 and has two copper centers. Okay, so during the process, when electron passes from 1 to 5 in the electron transport chain, okay, so there is proton gradient in the intermembrane space between outer and inner membrane. There is accumulation of 4H plus, 4H plus and 2H plus proton. So when it goes through the ATP synthesis, now ATP synthesis has like two parts, that is F0 and F1. So F0 is the transmembrane and F1 is the periphery. Okay, so it forms like so when 4H plus pass through the F1, there is formation of 1 ATP molecules. Okay, and now come to the point, like oxidation of one molecule of NADH gives rise to 3 molecules of ATP, while that of one molecule of FADH2 produce 2 molecules of ATP. Okay, now the role of the oxygen is limited to the terminal stage of the process, yet the presence of oxygen is vital since it drives the whole process by removing hydrogen from the system. So oxygen acts as the final hydrogen acceptor. Okay, now this is it, like